Hi friends, you have started watching Ankuram and this is Ananya. Today I am going to explain the chapter whole numbers, under which I will be explaining what is whole number, what is successor, predecessor of a number, then properties of whole number. So under this chapter I will be explaining this. Now all of you know what are natural numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all are natural numbers. If I add 0 with the set of natural numbers, then this whole set is called whole numbers. And this is represented as capital W. So what is this? Capital W is a set of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all these natural numbers and 0. So what is the difference between a natural number and a whole number? All the natural numbers are whole numbers, but all the whole numbers are not natural numbers. Why? 0 is not a natural number. So all the whole numbers are not natural numbers. And the natural numbers starting from 1 and whole numbers starting from 0. Now representation of number line. It will be starting from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I have to put, suppose 2 plus 3 in my number line. So 2 plus 3 I know 5, but how I will show it? So first from 0 I have to move for 2. Now again, since it is plus, I have to again move towards right. 1, 2, 3. So this is 5. So this is 2 and this is 3. 2 plus 3 is my 5 here. See, it's coming here 5. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Now similarly, if I ask for, suppose 6 minus 4, how will I do? First I have to move till 6. So this is 6 here. Here it is 6. Now this is minus 4. So I have to come back. Means I have to come towards left hand side. So it is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This much. So this is 4. This is 6. So where it is coming? This is 2. So 6 minus 4 is 2. This is number line representation of whole number. What is successor? Successor means just after adding 1 with the given number. Suppose if I am having 7, what is the successor of 7? So if I add 1, means that is 8 is my successor. Now what is predecessor? Just the prior number of the given number. Suppose 7. What is the predecessor of 7? Means minus 1. That is 6 is the predecessor of 7 and 8 is the successor of 7. In such way, if I have to find any number, suppose one number is 49. Now what is the successor of 49? If I add with it 1, so this is 50. So 50 is the successor of 49. Now what is the predecessor of 49? Minus 1. That is 48. 48 is the predecessor of 49. Now coming to properties of whole number. There are 5 properties for the whole number. What are they? Closure property, commutative property, associative property, distributive property and identity property. Now what is closure property? Suppose if I take 2 numbers from the whole number. Suppose A and B are the whole numbers. So if I add it, A plus B, or if I subtract it, A minus B, or if I multiply it, A into B, or if I divide it, if it is closed under whole number, that means all the operations are closed under whole number. Suppose now I have to check if I take any number from the whole number, whether it is closed under whole number or what. Suppose if I take a number 5 and the other number is 6. Now if I add 5 plus 6, what is this? 5 plus 6? 11. So 11 is also belongs to whole number. this W stands for whole number, set of whole numbers, and this symbol is called belongs to. So this is 11 belongs to whole number. Now coming to the closure property for subtraction. If I take 5 minus 6, what is this? 5 minus 6 is minus 1, which does not belongs to W, whole number. So if a single case is there which does not belongs to the whole number, see, subtraction is not closed under whole number. Now if I take multiplication, 5 into 6, 5 into 6 is 30, belongs to whole number. So this multiplication is closed under whole numbers. And if I divide it, 5 divided by 6, what is this? It's a fraction. So this does not belongs to whole number. And 5 plus 6, I have shown you earlier, 5 plus 6, 11, which belongs to whole number. So whole numbers are closed under addition and multiplication, but it is not closed under subtraction and division. So whole numbers are closed under only two operations, that are addition and multiplication. Now coming to the commutative property. What does commutative property says? Commutative property says if two numbers A and B belongs to whole number, then A plus B should be equal to B plus A. This is commutative property for addition, and for multiplication it says A into B is equal to B into A. So if you take any example for A and B, you will see that A plus B is always equal to B plus A, but you will find that A minus B is not equal to B minus A, and A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A. So let me take A equal to 4 and B equal to 2. Now what is A plus B? A plus B equal to 4 plus 2. What is 4 plus 2? 6. Now B plus A is equal to 2 plus 4, which is also 6. Therefore A plus B is equal to B plus A. Now let me take with the same example A into B. A into B. What is A? 4. What is B? 2. This is 4 into 2, 8. Now B into A, what is this? 2 into 4. Again same, 8. So A into B is equal to B into A. So commutative property with respect to multiplication, this is commutative property with respect to multiplication. Now coming to subtraction. Now same, what I have taken? 4 and 2. A is equal to 4 and B equal to 2. Now what is A minus B? A minus B equal to 4 minus 2, this is 2. And what is B minus A? 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. So here this is A minus B is not equal to B minus A. So commutative property does not follow with respect to subtraction. Similarly, if I say with division, A divided by B, what is this? A is 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Now B divided by A is equal to 2 divided by 4, that is half. Half is not a whole number, and here even I can show you A divided by B is not equal to B divided by A. So commutative property only follows with respect to addition and multiplication, but not with respect to subtraction and division. This is all about your commutative property. Now coming to associative property. What is associative property? If three numbers A, B, C belongs to whole number, A, B and C belongs to whole number, then A plus within bracket B plus C is equal to A plus B, only shifting of brackets, A plus B plus C. So this property is called associative property. This is associative property with respect to addition, and if I replace it plus, if I replace it with multiplication, then it is called associative property associative property with respect to multiplication. These two follows, but if I take a minus b minus c, then it will never be equal to a minus b minus c. And in similar way, a divided by b divided by c will never be equal to a divided by b divided by c. You can take any example for a, b and c. Suppose if I take a for 4, b is equal to 2 and c is 3. While taking with these examples, it can be easily shown that these properties will follow. So associative property will follow for addition and multiplication, not for subtraction and division. So coming to the point, suppose a plus b plus c. I have taken a is equal to 4, b is equal to 2 and c equal to 3. So what is that? 4 plus 5. What is 4 plus 5? 9. Now a plus b plus c is equal to, what is a plus b? 4 plus 2 plus c is 3. 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. So associative property follows for addition. Now with the same example, if for multiplication, a into b into c. What is a? 4 into b is 2 into 3. What is that? 4 into 3 into 2? 6. 6 into 4? 24. And a into b into c. What is that? What is a? 4. What is b? 2. And what is c? 3. 4 into 2, 8. 8 into 3? 24. So a into b into c is equal to a into b into c. So with respect to multiplication also, associative property exists. And now for subtraction, if I take a minus b minus c, what is a here? 4 minus b is 2 minus 3. Now 2 minus 3 is negative term. So 4 minus 1, that is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Now a minus b minus c. What is this? A is 4 minus 2 minus 3. 4 minus 2 is 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. Therefore a minus b minus c is not equal to a minus b minus c. So associative property does not follow with respect to subtraction. In the similar way, I can show that associative property does not follow with respect to division. Now coming to distributive property. What is distributive property? Distributive property says if three numbers a, b, c belongs to whole number, then a into b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c. So I have distributed, a is multiplied with b and a is multiplied with c. This property is called distributive property. So how can I, let me take one example. Here a equal to 4, b equal to 2, c equal to 6. So a into b plus c. What is a? 4. What is b? 2. What is c? 6. So 4 into 3, 6 plus 2, 8. What is 4 into 8? 32. Now in the similar way, I will be taking right hand side. What is my right hand side? A into b plus a into c. Now a here 4 into 2 and a here 4 into 6. 4 into 2, 8 and 4 into 6, 24 and 24 plus 8, 32. So a into b plus c is equal to A into B plus A into C. So this is called distributive property. Now coming to identity property. What is identity property? Suppose if I take a number A which belongs to whole number W. So what is identity? What should be added? Identity with respect to addition. What should be added with this so that I get the same number A? So this number is called identity, additive identity. What number should be added? See, 0 can be added. A plus 0 is always A. So 0 is the identity of additive identity for a number. Now what is multiplicative identity? What should be multiplied with A so that I get the same number A? So 1 is the number which can be multiplied with A. I will be getting A. So 1 is the multiplicative identity for any number. Thank you, friends.